against Waters and Johns. We'll see how this goes for the underdogs.
Side out.
Waters comes out strong with a deep return.
0-0-1.
Big setup, juicy overhead close for Ben Johns. Knocked out of the singles draw on the round of 64 to Rafa Leonard. Ben Johns alive in 2 events. Nice off speed through the middle. Ben Johns threads the needle.
And look how aggressive he was. He was about 2 steps over the half line to grab that forehand for the put away.
Big in the middle again, 3-0. The damage so far for the world #1, seeking their 50th title together as a team. They respectively have 51 for Emily Waters and 64 for Ben Johns with other partners. On the back, a little crafty for Todd Folk.
And look for Ben to kind of apply that cross-court short backhand roll that he just did just now. I saw him practicing that one yesterday for repetitive, shot after shot, same one. I think he's been working on that one.
Second serve.
Todd Folk, rare that you get a forehand pop-up. Second serve, Ben
4-0-2.
Johns, 4-0-2. Nice, Millie Rane attacks off the bounce.
That speed up there was super crafty. She held it there on her forehand side and then attacked high right shoulder on Ben, which is not typically the spot you're going to sit for your counter.
Second serve.
Good put away there by Ben.
0-4-2.
Oh, what a good dig by Todd to keep them alive in that point, but just unfortunate clipping that tape for the put away.
4-0-1. Second serve.
Forehand from Millie Rane.
4-0-2.
So that point right there is kind of what they're known for. You attack them, but they just won't die. Like, the point won't end. Annalie and Ben are just masters of crafting that back into the point, from going back from defensive to offensive.
Side out.
It's point for Todd Folk, keeping Ben Johns back to the baseline. They come away with a point. Rane and Folk looking for their first of the match.
0-5-1.
Ooh.
Point.
Got it to catch. Good topspin there by Millie. Ball dipped at the end.
1-5-1. Second serve. One, 5-2. Side out.
It's a tough spot there to pick up behind your left foot with a one-handed backhand.
5-1-1.
I've seen Ben hit that spot a few times now on Todd.
Point.
Ball from Ben Johns.
A little overzealous there by Millie for the two-handed backhand counter.
Second serve.
Good flick by Todd going behind Ben's left side.
6-1-2. Side out. 1-6-1.
Fight. Oh, what a battle.
Wow.
And Ben Johns comes away with it. Point of the match so far.
30 ball shot rally. I was keeping track of that one. That backhand counter. Amazing how he anticipated that so early.
Yeah, unbelievable counters from Todd Fote, too. He kind of felt like he was kind of earning his edge in that one.
Nice. Oh, what an amazing point on the resets. Like, keep watch on these one-handed backhand pickups that land really shallow. Both Todd and Ben have been employing that quite a bit. They'll kind of pull off a little bit. You'll see a little like a jump step. That helps take pace off away from that ball, which enables that ball to land so shallow on the reset.
6-2-1. Second serve.
From Lily Rane.
6-2-2. Point. 7-2-2.
Johns commanding the kitchen once again. 8-2-2 for the world number one. Winner of this one will face the winner of the OG matchup, Jay DeVilliers and Callie Smith, against Lucy Kovalova and Matt Wright. Spot in the history books there between those two teams.
Timeout
Another
receivers,
point
9-2-2.
for Waters and Johns. Fote and Rane forced to call their lone timeout here of game number one. Who stole gold
Time in.
away from the duo who came back to win the
9-2-2.
Grand Slam in Atlanta, Waters and Johns. This attack from Ben Johns reaches in, makes it look easy.
Game point.
Gotta keep Ben honest.
10-2-2.
American clash of hands at the kitchen there.
2-10-1.
Canadian for Todd Fote, originally hailing from Red.
Second serve. Two 10-2.
Ooh.
Side out.
See Anna Lee being really aggressive there, looking
Game
for that
point.
Ernie ball. You saw her do that yesterday in her match, and actually body bagged the guy
10-2-1.
with one hand.
Game point again for Waters and Johns.
Ooh.
Second serve.
Love that jumping forehand by Todd. That's a shot that
Game
I like
point.
hitting myself because as a shorter player, you get more leverage there to
10-2-2.
be able to hit down into the court.
Point number 3 here for Johns and Waters. Drive, Waters takes over the middle and the left to take game one home. 11-2. Waters and Johns cooking on Humana Championship Court. Time for us to take a quick break in the action. We'll be right back with game 2.
counter Annalise
two,
backhand,
time in.
two-handed, another no-go zone.
0-0-2.
So we got to try to pull them apart to Ben's left side or Annalise's right side to create some openings. That might give you a little bit more opportunity there. And that's it right there.
Work the perimeter, and it works. Early side out here in game 2.
So Todd hit Annalise forehand there, creating the opening, and then going behind Ben
0-0-1.
for the put-away ball. Lefty forehand by Todd there.
Lobs up, Ben's on it.
So the difference in that point where it changed, that Millie and Todd had the advantage in the beginning of that point, but when Millie hit that attack ball, it went right to Ben, and Ben was there to counter. That flipped the pages and gave Annalie and Ben the opportunity to win that point.
0-0-2.
It's a great shot by Annalie there, jamming Todd up in that right hip. It's always a tough spot to get a good feel on that reset ball.
Why is she better than most at jamming up the guys in front of her after this point?
Really precise with her targeting.
Yeah.
Point.
That shot right there with Todd's counter, you see it sometimes with Deckel. It's kind of like an upwards paintbrush motion that you should be using instead of a flick, just because of the height of the ball and the speed. That might have been helpful there. That's the one right there. Literally the best in the game at that. You see Todd and Millie have to hit like 5 put-away balls to actually put it away instead of just 1 or 2. One of the defensive tactics we're noticing with Annalie and Ben is that lob. Look for that to come back to give them more time to get back into the point. That lob is definitely effective for defense. Annalie looking for the Ernie again. Ooh.
Point.
Had what he wanted, Todd. Right in the middle of the court, high forehand, just sailed it long.
2-0-2.
Basket.
Oh, another lefty
Point.
attempt by Todd.
Sustain the onslaught of offense from Waters and Johns. Elsewhere in action, Stafford
3-0-2.
Parento up 8-0. Max Freeman and Alex Strong.
Point.
Ben wins the battle down the line on Millie Rane.
Bailing himself out, though, with that flick speed up that landed high, but he was just able to reset Millie's counter back.
By the way, JW and Georgia Johnson down a game right now to Tyler Moon and Lane Sleeth.
Wow.
We'll see if that holds up.
Yeah.
Millie.
Side out.
More of that, please. We want to see 3 games here.
0-4-1. Second serve. 0-4-2. Side out.
Quick hold. Empty trip for Fote and Rane.
4-0-1. Second serve.
So he tried that earlier with the backhand. Got bailed out by his own good reset. Millie said, not this time.
4-0-2. Point.
Break off the tape. Not like Waters and Johns need any more help. 5-0.
5-0-2. Side out. 0-5-1. Second serve.
It's third. Tough to let those go in the budget when you're matching up against the world's best.
0-5-2.
Go testing the backside of Johns.
Ooh.
Side out.
It's a really tough ball to change the direction of for Todd. I probably would have gone straight forward with that rather than trying to change the angle,
5-0-1.
especially with these windy, breezier conditions. Ooh. Once again, they had positioning on that point, just could not close it out because of the defense of Annalee and Ben.
6-0-1.
Spot from Todd
Second
Fodes.
serve.
Major League Pickleball champion at the challenger level
6-0-2.
several times during the SoCal Hard Eights dynasty.
Point.
Good counter by Annalee there. Put in a tough hip spot for Millie to be able to get a paddle on.
7-0-2. Side out.
Went for the home run speed up from about 4 inches off the ground. It's a tough one for anyone, even Annalee.
0-7-1.
Nice counter volley from Waters.
Second serve.
Perfectly placed to the opposite corner. Steps into the middle to cover the backhand.
0-7-2.
Braids it back to the hole. Next level stuff.
Side out.
Had to stay down a little bit more to get the grab on that ball for it to clear the
7-0-1.
tape.
Waters hunting in the middle. Left side Waters, right side Johns. And
Second serve.
Ernie attempt thrown into the net from Waters.
7-0-2.
A little taste of Waters on the left. Nice.
Side out.
Fote taking no prisoner on his way up to the line.
And that's that paintbrush backhand counter we were talking about earlier that Deck also uses. Straight up the back of the ball on a speed up.
0-7-1.
Through the
Second
middle
serve.
counter it goes. Ben Johns throws it down.
It's always a tough ball to handle is that high
0-7-2.
backhand. Millie did her best to keep it down.
Side out. Seven zero one.
Oh, we're still going. Oh my. What a
Millie
wild point.
with a speed up of her own.
Yeah.
It's Millie Rane.
Annalee almost swatted Ben Johns out of the play before.
7-0-2. Point. Eight zero two.
Questioning the call. It's good. Side out, Fote and Rane. Still searching for their first point.
0-8-1. Second serve.
The foot of Millie Rane can't recover at second serve. 0-8-2, Todd Fote.
0-8-2.
Last hope left.
Point.
Like that counter by Todd, jamming Ben up, keeping it close to his right hip. Tough ball for him to return.
Side out.
So you've seen that a few times now from Millie, trying to reset this transition forehand. She needs to use a little bit more legs there to get under that ball for lift, rather than going up with her arm.
Too good. Johns all the way over on the right, wields it inside out of the air. Take another peek. Masterful.
Just a master of getting that flick with that lot of power out in front of him and covering so much court.
Second serve.
Heat check.
9-1-2.
And roll.
Point.
For match point. Waters
Match
and
point.
Johns handedly looking to move on to the round of 16.
10-1-2. Point game
And they
match.
will. 11-2, 11-1, efficient work from the world number one.
Great play by both players, but just the #1 team in the world, too good. Too much firepower from Annalee and Ben. Ben taking up a lot of that court in the middle. Annalee, too good with the resets, the counters, just being everywhere. Todd and Millie did their best to defend, but could never really get a grasp onto that match.
Catch Waters and Johns in action later on today, both in women's and men's doubles.